How's it going? So Paul, BarakaPDub, I think is the name, had a thread going, a contest maybe. I don't remember at this point. 8 song mixtape with a theme, and so I've seen some really great entries, and I pulled these records a while ago and have been meaning to make a video reply to it because I thought it was such a most excellent idea for a whole host of reasons. I am actually old enough to have made mixtapes, many mixtapes to friends and lovers, and yep, the memories and the hours I've spent making mixtapes is enough to make me wax nostalgic. But anyway, I wanted to jump on this one just because I think it's such a most excellent idea, Paul. And my theme is I picked soul songs that aren't radio friendly, and by that I mean it's not because they have swears or anything like that. It's just because due to their time, the length of the tracks, they just weren't all that radio friendly. And back when I was doing radio, I tried to give these things airplay just because, you look at an album and you can look down and see the songs that got airplay, but there's still killer cuts on there that didn't get the same love, for no other reason other than the time. So that is my theme. Soul songs that trip over about the 7-minute mark. Some are even longer, some are like a dozen minutes. But so we'll start off with Stevie Wonder, Living for the City, off of Inner Visions. Great album and a fantastic song. All these are also tend to be on the socially conscious side, which is just a bonus. So there you go. Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions, track Living for the City. Edwin Starr, album's called Involved, and the track that I chose is Ball of Confusion. That's what the world is today. The famous track off of this one is War. What is it good for? Anyway, Ball of Confusion is a ripping, like 12-minute epic journey that just brings you up and brings you down. Fantastic. If you don't know it, check it out. Speaking of War, maybe not their most famous album, but man, Slipping into Darkness is just one kick-ass track. I don't remember how long it is. Maybe 7-8 minutes, something like that. Been covered several times, for very good reason. War, all day music, track Slipping into Darkness. Temptations from the album All Directions. I chose Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his head was his home. This is, man, all these songs are just so deep. There's like deep stuff going on in all these tracks. But anyway, this would be included on my not so radio friendly kick-ass soul songs. Papa Was a Rolling Stone. This one's awesome. Music from Little Brown, I believe. Yeah. Music from Lil Brown. Sorry, it was covered up by the radio stripe. There's some kind of thing with this and the band, I believe. This is kind of like a response to, I can't name the album right now. But anyway, they do a ripping version of Paint It Black, which is very stripped down, has almost kind of a Latin feel with congas and stuff like that. You can tell they're having fun, and completely unradio friendly at 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Paint It Black. I believe the band was called Africa. Doesn't say on the cover there. Chamber Brothers, Time Has Come. I'm going to choose the title track off of this, which they so conveniently label on the shrink there. a complete unedited version. So I guess this would be a unique one. Time Has Come Today was probably edited down to 3 minutes or whatever to make it radio friendly. But the long version is, again, just this beautiful journey that takes you from start to finish, and well worthy of picking up this album. It's not a big ticket item. So if you're not familiar with the long version, check it out. Two more. Donny Hathaway from this wonderful live album. I believe there's another live album, but it's just not as good as this. The track I chose is The Ghetto. If you don't know it, it's this wonderful, intimate setting sonically. There's a lot of audience that bleeds in through all the microphones, and Donny does a lot of call and response and gets the audience involved with this track, and it's very intimate. There's a big chunk of time where it's just him playing the piano. Just wonderful. This could bring a tear to your eye. This one, Donny Hathaway live. Final one, not an original. I did have an original, but the vinyl was just beat to shit, and I sold it because I got good money for it, even though it was kind of beat. Someday maybe I'll have another original. A change is going to come. I don't really need to say much more than that. If you're not familiar with it, go look it up on the internet. Baby Huey, living legend. He is no longer living, but he has achieved legend status. So there you go. That's my mixtape. I saw Karsten and maybe 33 RPM both created sort of the illusion of physical media. I think Karsten actually made a CD. I would have loved to have done that. I just don't have the time. I do have cassette powers. Whatever. For all you old schoolers, I will say, you will remember taking the pencil and sticking it in the hole and just turning it a little bit back so you can get nice seams between the songs. So there you go. Thanks, Paul. That's my mixtape. Thanks, BC, if you've made it this far, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.